Good afternoon. My name is Ildiko Rigney, and I'm a Lutheran pastor, and I'm also um, doTERRA wellness advocate. And today I would like to invite you to come into my home and take part in this live Facebook Essential Oils 101 class. Um, a little bit about myself. I have been enjoying essential oils now for about 4 years. And before that, as I was growing up in a parsonage in Croatia, I was exposed to a lot of plant life. In our front yard, we had a big um, growth of chamomile that was there in the summertime, and so I would enjoy picking up those and drying them to be tea, and so we were enjoying that in during the year. Also, we were exposed to a lot of plant materials that were used, like linden tea was picked, mint, and other things. So we were using a lot of that in our home as well. 4 years ago, a friend of mine shared with me my first roller bottles, and it was after a conversation about health. Usually, we end up talking about health with each other when we meet, and so my friend came back the next time and brought little roller bottles of essential oils that were diluted with uh, fractionated coconut oil and said, Ildiko, why don't you try using this? And this can be for coughing, this can be for your mom's jumpy legs. And so she was bringing it out for everyone. And we started using those, and lo and behold, they were very helpful. And so when we ran out of those roller bottles, I asked Ruby, I said, how can I get some more of these? And she told me where to order it, and it was through a friend, a new friend that I have, and it was through doTERRA essential oils. So I ordered my first kit, and that's history, and we have been learning ever since, and it has become a love of mine, a new passion. As a pastor, I always think about God as someone who heals. That's one of my favorite Bible verses in the book of Exodus, where God introduces himself with the words, I am the Lord who heals you. And I have seen that, as I said, when I was growing up in Croatia and just drinking teas and always enjoying food that was coming out of nature. And now with essential oils, we're learning it even more. So this class is for you. Maybe you have been invited to an essential oil class at some point and you thought, oh, I don't know if this is for me. Um, I don't want to be pushed into buying stuff, and so I'm not going to go. But you were maybe a little bit curious about what it's all about. So this class is for you. You can watch it, or you can tune out, or you can take from it whatever you want to. Or maybe you do have some oils in your home. You purchased them at some point and you're saying, well, I don't know what to do with them. I've forgotten what I did in that class and they're just sitting somewhere on my shelf. So this class is for you as well. I hope it will help you. And I would like to start off simply about with sharing maybe three really cool things about essential oils. And one of those things is that essential oils, if they're really pure and good quality, they're very safe to use for us human beings. They're natural, and they benefit us without giving us side effects that some maybe medications will have. They are plant extracts that have been created by steam distillation or expressing plant materials, and so they are just concentrated plant materials and very safe to use. We have been created with nature in mind, and so um, plants and us work well together, and the materials that we receive from plants benefit our bodies as well. doTERRA, the company that I purchase oils from, have a very high standard of purity that they call certified pure therapeutic grade oils. They're very pure. There are no additives added to them, and they're very potent. They're very strong. It is said that just one drop of peppermint oil is equally potent or strong as if you drank 28 cups of peppermint tea. Now imagine that, just one drop. So the first cool thing is that they're very safe. The second cool thing about essential oils is they're also very effective. They're very effective in addressing the root cause of a lot of our health problems. Essential oils also have the ability, because they are oily, they're oils, they're able to permeate the cell membrane and enter into the cell, and work maybe with some of those foreign bodies that can enter our cells and create a threat. So that can be a wonderful benefit, especially at this time of the year when we're encountering some of those threats. So they're very effective. Sometimes medication cannot uh, permeate the cell, but essential oils can. And the third cool thing about essential oils is that they are actually very affordable. I've encountered people who say, well, I just can't afford to buy good quality essential oils. Um, but the truth is that a little bit of essential oil goes a very long way. You use only 1 or 2 drops at a time. And so I remember my first kit that I purchased lasted me 6 months to a year, and some of those oils even lasted me for a couple of years. So in the US, or actually in the global healthcare, about $6.5 trillion are spent on global healthcare. That's a lot of money that most people spend at the doctor's office or buying medications. And essential oils are just really pennies per dose, because you use just a small amount. And we have learned in our own family that we have actually saved a lot of money using these natural solutions. Um, I love my doctors and I trust them, but I really don't like to be in their office a whole lot. And so we have learned that for about 80% of our bodily discomforts, we can take care of them by using essential oils. And so for the other 20% of our ailments, we will seek out the doctor's care. So using essential oils has definitely helped us save money on health care. So those are the three cool things. They're safe, they're effective, and they're really affordable. Now I'd like to tell you about 3 ways that we can use essential oils. The first way is the aromatic way. And one of the ways you see next to me is a diffuser. So we can use the oils in a diffuser, and they helps us inhale the oils. The oils usually positively affect our mood. And one of those oils that has a very positive emotional effect is any kind of a citrus oil. And here I have lemon oil with me, and I wanted to show you the easiest way. If you don't have a diffuser or you don't want to buy one, this is the easiest way to use an essential oil. Simply put a couple of drops or even just 1 drop, and then cup it over your nose and just inhale really deeply. This is lemon oil that I'm inhaling, and all the citrus oils have a very uplifting and energizing effect on our bodies. So this is the simplest diffuser that you can use. It's your hands. Just simply inhale like that. Or diffusers are usually working in a way that you fill it with water. There is a little indicator that shows you how much water you're supposed to use. And then typically for this size diffuser, you would put maybe 5 or 6 drops of oil and then let it evaporate into your room and fill it with the fragrance. It's really very relaxing. It cleanses the air, especially the citrus oils have a way of cleaning the air in our homes. And what we inhale actually opens up our airways. So that's the first way to use it, is aromatic. The second way to use essential oils is a topical use. And that means that we will apply a certain essential oil to our skin, to an affected area. One of the oils that's good as an example of that is lavender oil, which we have used a lot in our household when we have mosquito bites or bug bites, and you come in and you see what happened, then simply you apply it to the skin, and it will often take care of some of those itches and all of those things that happen with mosquitoes and ants or anything like that. Now, we can have those localized benefits and use oils, some of them just as they are out of the bottle, but oftentimes the pure oils are a little bit too strong for the skin and they may cause an irritation. So often with many oils, we have to use what is called a carrier oil. Now, the carrier oil serves a purpose of actually bringing in the oil deeper into the tissue so that it can soak in much better. One of really good uh, carrier oils that many of us use is a fractionated coconut oil that has a very, very long shelf life. And so, what you would do with some of those hot oils, that you would use maybe a couple drops of your coconut oil, and then the rest of it would be your essential oil, and then you would apply it like that. Now, something that we have learned to use and something that's really practical is to purchase these roller bottles. They come, this one is a 10 milliliter um, roller bottle, but sometimes you have smaller ones, half that size, 5 milliliters. And with that, you would put in maybe 13, 14 drops of your essential oil in this one, and then fill the rest of it with your coconut oil. And that makes it ready to go. And it's really wonderful to use for people who have sensitive skin. And among that population, it's really usually children or older adults or anyone who is just sensitive. And so the way you would use it simply with that would be you take your roller bottle and apply it on your skin, and it's ready to go. And it goes in there, and it's safer to use and much cheaper because you just used a few drops of the essential oil and the rest of it is coconut oil. And as I said, it soaks into the skin much better that way. So that's the topical use of essential oils. Now, the third use of essential oils that can be only done with oils that are pure and unadulterated is the internal use of essential oils. That means that some oils, and it's the ones that have a supplement fact. I will show you, this is a lemon oil, and on the back of it there is a supplement fact, very much like what you would have on maybe a food item that you buy at the grocery store. If it has a supplement fact, it's safe for internal use. So, how do we use an essential oil internally? One of the very common uses is if you take a glass of water and you put, this is about 4 ounces or so, you put 1 drop of the essential oil, and this is lemon oil that I'm using, and you can drink it just like that. And citrus oils are really wonderful for that. Here it goes. It's really wonderful in taste. For many of you who have maybe developed your addiction to sodas, you drink too many sugary drinks and you would like to get used to drinking more water, this is a wonderful way to flavor your water in a healthy way. And one thing to remember though, if you're using citrus or probably most essential oils, it is best to use a glass container, so a glass water bottle or a stainless steel water bottle. If you were to use plastic or styrofoam, the citrus oils have a way of dissolving the petrochemical. So you would be ending up drinking that petrochemical if you use the plastic or styrofoam. So remember to use glass or stainless steel. There is another way to use an essential oil internally, and that is if you use veggie caps. I will show you what it looks like. It looks like a little capsule. So it comes like that, and you simply open it up and you can fill it up with your essential oil, and then you close it up just like that, and then you can take it internally. This is really good for some of those essential oils that may be a little bit unpleasant to taste in your mouth, or some that are hot and may not be pleasant for your mucous membrane. And so this way you can take it internally and it doesn't bother you at all. So that's one way to use the oils internally. And some people like to use it simply underneath the tongue. So you would take your oil, open it up, and then just drop it underneath the tongue. That has a very high absorption rate, and would be a good way to use it. A lot of people take frankincense like that every day to support their immune system and their cellular function. So that's one way. So again, to sum it up, there are 3 ways to use essential oils. One of them is aromatic, topical, and internal. So now what I would like to do is to show you some of the very basic 10 basic essential oils that are really wonderful to have in each household. And the first one that I would like to talk about is the lavender oil. That's probably one that is most known to most people and used, and everyone knows what lavender smells like. When you think lavender, think about all things calming. Has a calming effect. It's widely used for its calming, relaxing properties. A lot of people diffuse it at night to sleep well. It will soothe occasional skin irritations that you may have, bug bites. Oh, it's really wonderful for skin burns. Oftentimes, when we would get some sort of a kitchen burn, just put on a little bit of lavender oil, just pure oil, and it really helps the skin heal very quickly. And lavender is also very good to ease muscle tension. So this is very widely used, beautiful scent and everything, and a lot of wonderful benefits. So the next one that I'd like to talk about is the lemon essential oil, which is all about cleaning and freshening up. It cleanses and purifies the air if you're diffusing it. So if you haven't had a chance to air out your home, um, diffusing lavender will really clean the air. It also has wonderful cleansing properties uh, just to use around your house. If you want to take a spray water bottle and then put maybe 10, 20 drops of lemon oil, you can then spray it on your surfaces and clean it very well. And it has that wonderful natural scent. Lemon not only cleanses uh, the surfaces, but it also has a way to clean our body. And so drinking it is a wonderful way to support your inner organs and cleanse them, and give yourself a little detox experience. Lemon is also wonderful for our digestion, so remember that. And it also has a way of soothing an irritated throat. So, just like I was showing you earlier, if you have an irritated throat, just putting a drop of lemon in your water will help you with that. Also, all the citrus oils are very uplifting for our mood. So if someone is sad or someone needs any kind of emotional support, just inhaling lemon oil or orange oil, grapefruit, mandarin, any one of those will help boost their mood and make them feel better. So the next one is kind of one of those that is sold the most, and we have learned to use it a lot, is peppermint oil. It's very cool. It's very invigorating. It promotes healthy respiratory function and clear breathing. What we have learned to do is whenever we have to go out and wear a mask, we just drop one little drop in on the inside center of the mask, and it will help us for about an hour, hour and a half of easier breathing. So peppermint also energizes, it's invigorating. So it's a wonderful oil to diffuse in the morning when you want to wake up and feel energized, or if you're a student or you work in an office and you're kind of hitting a slump, peppermint is good to diffuse because it will wake up your senses and invigorate you. It's also wonderful used internally because it helps with digestive complaints, and it also improves mental alertness and focus. So there are days when if I'm feeling like I'm going to fall asleep and I need to concentrate, I may take a little bit of peppermint essential oil and just rub it all around my neck, and it cools you off, but it also wakes you up. And the same method is excellent to use if you're feeling some sort of a head tension. And so I would use it in the same way, maybe put a little bit on the temples, a little bit on your forehead as well, and you will immediately feel that cooling effect. And ladies, if you have hot flashes, peppermint will be your best friend. It has a good way to cool you off very, very quickly. So the next oil, let's see, what shall we talk about now? Tea tree oil, or the Latin for it is melaleuca. This is one of those oils that is a first aid for the skin. It's renowned for its cleansing and rejuvenating effects on the skin. Especially, I'm thinking teenagers, people who have problems with blemishes on their faces. Also, taken internally, it will promote a healthy immune function. It also protects against environmental and seasonal threats. And as I mentioned, it promotes a very clean and healthy complexion. So one way to use tea tree oil would be to take your skin cream and maybe put a drop in it and rub it on your face. It also soothes minor skin irritations. So this is a wonderful oil. It also promotes healthy ear function, and so when babies, children have discomfort with their ears, either a little bit of peppermint oil or tea tree oil mixed with a little bit of fractionated coconut oil and put on the back mastoid bone, not in the ear, but the mastoid bone, may help with that discomfort that they're sensing and experiencing. So, another oil that is very, very powerful is oregano oil. Oregano oil is one that is used for natural immune support. It also has powerful cleansing and purifying agents in it. It provides immune enhancing benefits. This is one of those that you can take internally, but do not drink it in water. Always put it in a capsule and mix it with a little bit of extra virgin olive oil because it is very powerful and very strong. It supports healthy digestion and also respiratory function, and it's an excellent source of antioxidants. So you can use it also in your Italian cooking. Instead of using the seasonings, you can use the oil as well. But you can also use it to support your immune system. But always, always remember to dilute this one. This is one of those hot oils. All righty. Next, if I asked you what is the king of oils, what would you say? It's frankincense. Frankincense is probably one that we in the Christian tradition have heard about the most. This was one of those gifts that the Magi brought to baby Jesus. And frankincense is probably good for anything. If you don't have money to buy a lot of oils and you want one that will work for everything, frankincense would be the one to get. Frankincense is very grounding and it's connecting, it balances our body, it helps build and maintain a healthy immune system. And the big, big thing about it is that it promotes cellular health. It's excellent for our cells, for our brain function. So, this is one of those that you can drop in your mouth, maybe underneath your tongue, or you can put it on your neck. You can also put it in the water and drink in that way. It promotes feelings of peace and relaxation and wellness. You can diffuse it, it's wonderful. And this oil has the ability to pass the blood brain barrier. Frankincense is amazing for the skin, also for any kinds of bumps or bruises. It beautifies the skin, and this is one of those that a lot of us ladies use in our beauty regimen to put on our skin because it has some amazing properties for this area of our face, any kind of wrinkles. So, mixing this oil with fractionated coconut oil or any other kind of oil would be very beautiful and very supportive to for your healthy skin. Recommended highly. Now, these were some of the single oils. These are called single oils when you have just one plant oil inside a bottle. Now, I would like to show you several of the blend oils. Blends are usually oils that are a combination of different types of oils that work together synergistically to create a desired effect in our bodies. One of those that is used oftentimes in our household is called Deep Blue. And in this blend, there are many different oils, but I'll just name a few: peppermint, wintergreen, chamomile, I believe helichrysum, a lot of different oils. And this is an oil that is wonderful, wonderful for muscle and joint support. This oil will help soothe sore muscles in your body, achy joints. So the way you would use it, with a little bit of fractionated coconut oil, you can put it in your hand, and then let's say you need to support your knee, you could rub it in topically on your knee or your elbow or any other part. Also, the way it helps me a great deal when I have head tension, I will then rub it around my neck. And it's been wonderful when I use it every hour or every couple hours. It also has a cooling effect, relieves tension, and is also wonderful for those who are very active in their lifestyle. For example, if you work out a lot, this is a wonderful oil blend for workout recovery afterwards. So remember, Deep Blue. So now the next one that I would like to talk to you about is called Breathe. This is a respiratory blend that has really changed our life in my family. This is probably the oil that we use the most, and it was just life changing for my daughter. She had a lot of respiratory issues early on, and this has helped her actually get off of some of her medication. This oil blend, again, one of the ingredients is peppermint, but it also has lemon and some other ingredients as well. It maintains clear airways and breathing, and it just overall supports overall respiratory health. So this oil is really wonderful to diffuse in your diffuser if someone has respiratory issues or coughing or something like that. Another nice way to use it is with a mix of coconut. There is this Breathe Touch blend, and when it's mixed with coconut oil, it can be applied to the area of your chest or in the back, kind of similar to how you would use Vicks, and it really helps break up that mucus that is in the body. Also for nighttime diffusing for people who may be snoring, this is one that will help them breathe much easier. And this one also helps minimize the effects of seasonal threats. So as fall is coming and winter is coming, this would be one oil that you would like to have in your home so that you're ready for those discomforts that may come. The next one is my personal hero. This oil blend is called Digest Zen, and the name suggests that it offers digestive support for our bodies. It aids in the digestion of food. It soothes any kind of occasional stomach upset that you may have. It maintains a healthy gastrointestinal tract. Just really anything that you can think digestive, digests and can help with gas or cramping. So this is one of the oils that we use a lot in our home, and it's very simple to use. You would take a glass of water and drop one drop inside and just drinking like that. Or you can also take maybe one or two drops, put it in your hand with some fractionated coconut oil, and then apply it to the stomach area, the abdominal area. Really, really wonderful. Um, I don't I don't want to be without this one. It's really wonderful. And the scent, let me tell you about the scent. When I smell it, the fennel oil comes to mind immediately. There's fennel in there, and ginger, and peppermint, and many other oils that really support our digestive system. And the last, I believe this is the 10th oil that I want to show you, which is a hero again for this time of the year. It's called On Guard, and it has a wonderful cinnamony, very warm scent. Cinnamon, wild orange, clove, eucalyptus, some of those kinds of oils that really provide natural defense for our bodies. They support a healthy immune function. It protects against environmental threats. It's also really wonderful for cleaning surfaces in our hands. If I happen to be in a place and I have forgotten to bring my hand purifier, hand sanitizer, if I just put a couple of drops of this oil and rub it, it really cleans the hands, makes you feel pretty secure. But for cleaning inside the house, you can diffuse it and it will clean the air. Like, let's say it's the end of the day and people have come back from school, from workplaces, and you don't know where they've been. You want to be diffusing this On Guard oil because it will clean the air. Also, this is one of those oils that can be used a drop in a glass of water and drinking it to support your body, to relieve any kind of occasional irritated throat. It's really wonderful. And the way we like to use this oil is mixing it again with fractionated coconut oil. We simply apply it to the bottoms of our feet in the morning and at night. And it penetrates the skin and enters into the body and builds your immune function. It's very energizing, uplifting aroma, and especially at this fall time of the year when you like to use some of those clove, cinnamon scents, it's just wonderful to diffuse. So these are the basic 10 oils that I think every family should have and use. It's like a little mini physician kit. These are the oils that I started out with in my household, and we've been using them ever since. Now you're probably asking, well, how can I buy these oils, or how can I put my hands on these oils? There are three ways to purchase oils with doTERRA. One of them is if you just are interested in buying maybe one oil, um, you might be able to buy it maybe at a spa, at a chiropractor's office, or somewhere. And that's the retail price, which is the most expensive. And I would not recommend it because usually the cost is pretty high. The second way to buy an essential oil is at a wholesale price. Pretty much it's like having a Costco or Sam's Club membership. And for doTERRA, the membership fee for the year is $35. And then if you're buying any oils, that they are 25% cheaper than the retail price. Now, the third way and the best way to be able to buy essential oils is below wholesale. It means that you would buy a wholesale kit, a starter kit, and in that kit, your $35 membership fee is waived. So you have a savings there. So that is the way that I joined, and I recommend that as well. I'd like to show you all of these 10 oils are actually available in what is called the Healthy Start Kit. And the cost for this particular kit is $160. All the bottles are 5 milliliter. They are the size of this deep blue oil that I was showing you earlier. So that's the Healthy Start Kit. And once I'm done uploading this video on Facebook, I will put a link and give you a chance if you're wishing to buy these oils to get it to get this particular kit. So I hope that today you learned something new, something helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to leave your comment below. Feel free to send me a message. I'm always happy to be a resource to you. And I wish you good health, healing, and peace and happiness to your families. And it was my pleasure and my joy to spend this early afternoon together with you. Wishing you all the best. Take care to your health.